Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. I'm up at the storage yard in the caravan, as you can see. I've come up here the day after we've had the big storm, but I just basically wanted to check the caravan. Now, you know, the thing is, at the end of the day, the caravans that we buy, they cost us a lot of money. And although you've got insurance against stuff going wrong with the caravan, you just want to make sure that A, the hecky roof lights are still intact, B, there's nothing, like a tree branch or anything gone through the roof of the caravan or anything like that. So it's purely just coming up here just to check that. And also I've got the carpets up now, which are just on the bed there, because I've put down the runners. Now, the runners from my last video, and I'll leave a link up here, was split really with comments. Every single comment was taken on board. Now, one in particular, and I'm colorblind. Now, when it comes to colors in the caravan and stuff like that, everything Sarah chooses, and within this caravan, there's a lot of greys and stuff like that, including the curtains and the furniture, i.e. the front seats. So it was only right that we went for a grey coloured runner to be in keeping with the rest of the caravan. Now, you could say, okay, well, the woodwork behind me has got some play in it. But the problem with that is then it would make the caravan look too dark on the floor, as you will see in a minute, because the actual underside of the car where the carpets go is like a wood effect floor. That's one other thing I've got to show you as well. Actually, our floor in the corner here has bubbled up. So I don't know what's wrong with that. It looks like the laminate has come away from the actual floor itself. So I think that's going to have to be something that Sussex Caravan and Motorhome Centre are going to have a look at for us. But anyway, yes, let me show you these runners. I've got a bit of, I've got some sort of sad news for you after that. But let's have a look at these carpets. Again, there is stuff in here which has got to go home. I've got the car and I've got my trailer here, so I'm going to take some stuff home because it's not supposed to be in here. It was in here for when we went away, but unfortunately we didn't go. So yeah, let me show you the runners. I just broke one of my lights. One of the cold shoes has snapped off in the actual thingy. Anyway, never mind, I will repair it. So anyway, yes, just taking it from here again, you're going to have to excuse this stuff here because that's going home. That's going to go in the shed. That box comes with us, and so does that. So do them two chairs. But anyway, that's the first runner. Now we've put it down. It will protect the floor because obviously the actual floor here is spongy. So that will protect the floor from the feet on the actual chairs. So anyway, let me just turn around. That one there, that little bit there has got to be tucked underneath there. So I've got to lift up the bed, see if there's a screw there so I can unscrew it, lift that corner up and then tuck that underneath. So that one's fitted then. The other one I bought, and although it is the same carpet, it looks a different color actually on the caravan, on the actual camera. So yeah, but that one there literally goes all the way along there. I've literally only just laid it, so it is it needs to sort of lay down for a while to actually lay flat. I'm going to take these home as well. These are our summer chairs. Now, I don't know if, little tip here. If you've got some old chairs that have got these old type headrests for your caravan. Now, we've just thrown away two that had these. The actual chairs themselves were completely and utterly ruined through, they just fell apart. They were rubbish. So I kept one of these so that I can lay this against there, because when we're in transit, that's where they sit. So instead of it actually denting this, I put one of them there and it just hits against that. So anyway, just going into the bathroom again, excuse this stuff because I'm going to take it home today, apart from the aqua rolls. But down there somewhere, is that there is that other mat that I showed you in the previous video. So that'll come home with me as well. All that stuff, the carpets there, they'll come home. Some of that stuff up there, but literally that's it. So yeah, so like I say, you know, it was just something someone said about, you know, choosing the color of the carpets, and you know, what did Sarah think? And like I said in the comment I left for the lady, that Sarah chooses all the colors because I am colorblind. So whether that was a reference to me being colorblind, I would assume it was, because if I was left on my own devices, this caravan would probably look like a rainbow. It'd have every different colour going. So there's no point in me choosing any colours whatsoever. You know, even when we're going out for dinner, it's you know, I have to show show Sarah what I'm wearing so that she knows that I'm going to go out looking, you know, not going to go out looking half decent instead of looking like you know, Technicolor dream coat or something like that, you know. So anyway, yeah, so that is the caravan. It's all ready now for when we go away New Year's down to Wareham Forest Touring Park. So anyone that's a long-term subscriber will know that our pet dog is called Sally. Now Sally is 14 and a half. And over this last year, she's lost her hearing, so she can obviously no longer hear. It was progressively getting worse over the year. And, you know, we found ourselves that we was having to shout at her, even when she was like literally 10 feet away. But now you could stand right next to her and shout her name and she can't hear you. So that's one little bit of bad news for Sally. The other is that she's got a massive growth on her neck, and it's about here. Now we don't know yet about the growth. We are going to the vets today. We're not looking forward to that. Unfortunately, with the breed that Sally is, she is a cross lab collie. So they do suffer quite badly with benign tumours and cysts and stuff like that. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, that it is the latter of the two, that it's just benign. You know, it is rather large. I mean, I've got large hands and it fits in the palm of my hand. It's just been getting progressively bigger as time's gone on over the last 2 months. So like I say, she is 14 and a half. And both myself and Sarah have, you know, come to the conclusion that that where that tumour is on her neck or whatever it is, if it's benign, fine, that's great. She can live out the rest of her natural life. If it is cancerous, then unfortunately, we're going to have to speak to the vet, see how long Sally might have, and then if it's going to be painful for her, or if it's going to be something that the vet won't allow Sally to cope with, then the possibility is that we might have to put Sally to sleep. We don't want to do that. I will spend the last penny that I've got on making sure Sally is well, but there is a fine line with Sally's age, where the tumour is, and what the vet says. So, you know, we will take on board exactly what the vet says. Both myself and Sarah are not looking forward to this visit. Sally, over the last 14 and a half years, really, in the big scheme of things, she's not cost us a penny. Yes, she has been ill, mainly because she was put on Meticam for her arthritis over the Christmas period, a few Christmases back, and it made her quite ill, and we was in the caravan, so we ended up throwing carpets away, we ended up throwing, you know, the runners, we ended up throwing runners away, we ended up throwing her bed away, we ended up throwing all her towels away. I mean, they were absolutely just covered in sick and everything else. And, you know, yes, we could have washed them out, but the problem with that is because we was away for like 8-9 nights, you know, if we put everything in a black bag, by the time we got home, it would have been stained and everything else. And to be honest, the towels and all that we used to wipe Sally's feet were really old ones anyway. So we actually threw them away. Her bed, which was a really nice bed, but unfortunately, again, because by the time she was sick on her bed, it was all bile. So if anyone has ever experienced bile, it's, you know, it gets into everything, it stains everything. So there was just no point. So at the end of the day, Sally will be cared for. We will make sure she gets the best treatment. I don't care what it costs. She will get what it takes. And, you know, the last thing we want is for Sally to, you know, suffer. Before we had Sally, we had a dog called Barney. Now, he was 18 years old when he died. Again, you know, money was no object for him. We made sure that he had everything he needed. We kept him probably a year too long because Sally needed to learn the ropes. And what I mean by that is that everything that Sally is what Barney was. And it was only a matter of time before she learned everything. And then he could then hand over the reins and she could carry on what Barney had started. So, you know, that's good. And I'm smiling because Barney was a fantastic dog. Sally is an exceptional dog. She did have really good recall, but unfortunately, because she's now deaf, she can't hear nothing. We can't let her off on, you know, on her own, just to run off, you know, and then we call her and she run back because she can't hear us. So now she's on a big lunge lead, which is about 10 meters long. So yeah, she's still got the independence, but she's tethered to either myself or Sarah. So really, that's it really. I will give updates on social media, let's just hope, fingers crossed, everything crossed, you know, that, you know, Sally is able to live out her natural life and, you know, and she's able to come away for us for the new year. Anyway, I'm going to leave that video there. Sorry to end it on a bit of a sad note, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that the meeting with the vet later on will go very positively. If it is just a benign tumour, then hopefully they can just drain it off or they can do something with it. If it isn't, well, we'll have to speak to the vet and see how long she's got. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. And I'll see you very, very soon with Sally, hopefully, in the next one.